There is a prison with no bars, no guards, no locks da. And yet, most people never leave it da. It's built from habits, fears, and the illusion that we owe others more than we owe ourselves. You won't hear doors slam in the life of a Stoic da. There are no dramatic speeches, no rage-filled goodbyes da. Just silence. And absence da. Because the wise don't announce their departure, they simply vanish da. Without hatred. Without guilt da. Without warning. A Stoic doesn't burn bridges da. He just stops crossing them da. He doesn't explain his peace, he protects it da. And in a world addicted to noise, silence becomes his weapon, and his warning. You see, walking away isn't weakness da. It's the highest act of strength da. Not a retreat, but a realignment da. Not an ending, but a return to your path. There are 5 types of people the intelligent mind must silently cut off da. Not out of ego, but out of clarity. Not with anger, but with finality. Let's begin with the first. They don't want peace da. They want a reaction da. They stir the calm water just to watch you flinch da. They thrive on drama, and chaos is their oxygen. You know the type da. They smile at conflict da. They plant rumors and harvest emotions da. They don't argue to understand, they argue to provoke. But here's the truth, when you step into their arena, you've already lost da. Because in that moment, you've traded your peace for their performance. And a Stoic? He doesn't perform da. He observes. Seneca once said, "He who spends time in the company of fools will be made one." That's not just a warning, it's a promise. We don't correct them da. We don't try to fix them da. We don't meet fire with fire. We simply walk away, before their madness becomes our mindset da. Before their chaos becomes our home. Because energy is sacred da. And attention is fuel da. The more you give to chaos, the more it grows. So we starve it, with silence da. We kill the fire, by never lighting the match. This isn't about hate da. It's about self-respect. It's about realizing, not everyone deserves a seat at your table, especially those who only come to flip it over. Some people don't just lie da. They rot the roots. They don't break promises da. They betray principles da. Not by accident, but by habit. These aren't people who slip once da. These are people who live in contradiction da. Who speak of honor and act with decay da. Who preach loyalty but practice betrayal. And here's the Stoic truth, we don't hold grudges, but we remember patterns da. Because wisdom isn't forgetting, it's recognizing repetition. They test your tolerance da. They dance on the edge of your boundaries, not to connect with you, but to see how far they can push before you break. But we don't break da. We detach. Marcus Aurelius said, "You don't have to turn this into something da. It doesn't have to upset you." And that's the heart of it da. We don't yell da. We don't prove da. We don't plead. We just disappear. Because when someone shows you that truth is not sacred to them, you don't argue them into integrity da. You simply stop sharing the light. We protect our soul's clarity, even if it means walking away from familiar faces who chose to live in the shadows. This is not revenge da. This is not punishment. This is peace, guarded by boundaries. Not every danger screams da. Some whisper da. Some come smiling. They don't bring chaos, they become it da. Not with fire, but with need. These are the ones who drain your peace slowly, through constant complaints, endless crises, and a hunger for attention disguised as helplessness. They say, "I just need someone to listen," but listening turns into fixing da. Fixing turns into saving da. And before long, you are drowning in someone else's storm while they sit comfortably on your shoulders. But here's the Stoic truth, we are not saviors da. We are not endless wells da. We are fountains, but not for the entitled. Musonius Rufus said, "It is not enough to be free from pain da. One must also pursue what is noble." Nobility means protecting your inner temple da. It means helping others without losing yourself da. It means understanding the difference between compassion and self-destruction. We give strength da. We teach strength da. But we do not sacrifice our own for those who refuse to stand on their own legs. So what do? We leave da. Not with anger da. Not with judgment da. But with clarity. Because your inner stillness? That's sacred da. And sacred things are not for sale. There's a kind of person who speaks the word loyalty as if it's a magic spell da. As if saying it aloud should bind you to them forever. They expect you to stay close, just because you've been close da. They think shared memories equal eternal allegiance da. But a Stoic knows. Loyalty is not owed. It is earned. You do not owe someone your presence just because they've known you the longest. You owe it to those who honor your values, stand by your principles, and live with integrity, consistently, not selectively. Yet some people expect you to stand with them while they collapse their own values. They betray their own word, and expect your silence. They lie, and ask for support. They drift, and ask you to anchor them. But the Stoic soul does not tie itself to a sinking ship. As Marcus Aurelius warned, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. And if you remain among the disloyal, the dishonest, the decaying, you begin to fade with them. Not because you are weak, but because even the strong are not immune to slow corrosion. So we walk away. Not with fury, not with a speech, not with drama, but with finality. Because real loyalty doesn't shout, doesn't demand, and never expects blind obedience. It is quiet, steady, and mutual. And we, the Stoic few, only give it to those who live in the light of truth, not just demand it in the dark.